A college student crashes her car on a snowy February night, only to vanish without a trace. No footprints, no witnesses, just chilling silence. On February 9, 2004, 21-year-old Maura Murray left her dorm suddenly, withdrew money, and told professors she had a family emergency that wasn't real. She drove into rural New Hampshire under the cover of darkness. Her car later found abandoned, leaving investigators baffled and searching for answers. Neighbors saw her near the crash site, but she refused help and walked into the snowy night, disappearing into the cold forest with no trace. The crash scene revealed an airbag deployed, car doors locked and faint red stains, yet no sign of Maura anywhere in the surrounding snow. Her cell phone never pinged again, her bank accounts untouched, and no activity hinted at where she might have gone or what happened. Maura's last known actions, including packing her dorm and buying alcohol, added to the mystery, sparking countless theories and debates. Witness accounts were conflicting. Footprints ended abruptly, and search dogs could not follow her scent far into the forest at night. Every clue, from scattered documents to the crashed car, only deepened the mystery of a young life that vanished without warning. 20 years later, the case remains one of America's most haunting unsolved disappearances, leaving families and investigators desperate for answers. Maura planned a short trip, carefully folding her belongings and mapping a route. Yet the purpose of her sudden journey remains a haunting mystery. She withdrew cash from an ATM, seemingly ordinary, but every small action now adds to the puzzle of where she went and why she left. On the snowy roads of New Hampshire, her car traveled through darkness, the cold wind masking any sounds of her final moments outside the vehicle. The crash itself was puzzling. Airbags deployed, vehicle in disarray, yet Maura was nowhere to be seen, vanishing without leaving a trace. Witnesses reported seeing her near the car, but she refused help and walked toward the forest, leaving everyone stunned by her sudden disappearance. Search teams and police arrived quickly, but footprints ended abruptly in the snow, and search dogs failed to track her further into the woods. Her personal items, from a backpack to scattered papers, remained in the vehicle, hinting at a hurried departure yet revealing little about her fate. Rumors and speculation circulated, from voluntary disappearance to foul play, but no theory fully explained why she vanished so completely. Family and friends were left with endless questions, trying to piece together the timeline and understand why Maura left without a word. The case drew national attention, inspiring podcasts, documentaries, and countless amateur investigators, yet the chilling mystery persists even today. The night was cold and silent as Maura's car disappeared down a deserted road, leaving no witnesses and a haunting emptiness behind her. Her dorm room, left neatly packed, hints at careful planning, yet every action only deepens the mystery of her sudden departure. Maps and directions lay scattered, marking a route into New Hampshire, but no one knows why she chose this isolated path on that fateful night. ATM footage shows her withdrawing cash, ordinary yet eerie in hindsight, a snapshot of a journey that would end in unanswered questions. The headlights of her car fade into the distance, cutting through falling snow while the forest waits silently, holding its chilling secrets. Neighbors glimpsed her briefly, a shadow among the trees, but she vanished quickly, refusing assistance and leaving no trace behind. Airbags deployed, doors locked, and the vehicle undisturbed. Yet Maura's presence had disappeared completely, defying all logic and expectation. Search dogs traced her scent for a short distance, then it vanished, as if she had melted into the night, leaving only questions and fear. Her personal belongings, small and scattered, tell a story of someone who left in a hurry, but the reasons behind her actions remain unknown. Each witness account and observation adds layers to the mystery, keeping Maura Murray's disappearance an enduring and chilling cold case. Search teams moved cautiously through the snowy forest, flashlights cutting through the mist, but no sign of Maura emerged from the shadows. Footprints in the snow faded abruptly, leaving investigators puzzled and heightening the chilling tension of her mysterious disappearance. The cold night air was still, broken only by the crunch of snow under boots as search parties scoured the area for any trace of the missing student. Nearby trees cast long, eerie shadows over the road, making the forest seem alive, holding secrets that no one could uncover that night. Scattered personal items inside the car suggested a hurried exit, yet none explained where she had gone or what had compelled her to leave. Maps and documents on the seat hinted at a planned journey, but the purpose of her route remained unclear, adding layers to the perplexing case. Neighbors' conflicting accounts left detectives with more questions than answers, as Maura Murray seemed to vanish into thin air. The night deepened and snow continued to fall, blanketing the forest in white, while the mystery of Maura's fate remained untouched. Air search drones hovered above, capturing the frozen landscape. Yet the silence of the forest only amplified the chilling emptiness. Every attempt to reconstruct the timeline revealed inconsistencies, leaving families and investigators desperate for answers that never came. The snowy road stretched endlessly, empty and silent, as if the night itself had swallowed Maura, leaving only cold wind and haunting questions behind. Police maps marked every search area, yet even the most thorough sweeps failed to uncover any sign of her, deepening the chilling mystery. A frozen stream ran through the forest, mist rising slowly, the quiet landscape offering no hint of where Maura might have gone. Back at the dorm, winter clothes were folded neatly, items packed, a quiet preparation that masked the journey about to unfold. Inside the crashed car, the steering wheel stood still, moonlight reflecting off the icy road outside, tension thick in the frozen air. An empty rural intersection lay ahead, streetlight flickering, snow falling gently, the silence echoing with the mystery of her disappearance. Flashlight beams cut through the dark forest as searchers moved slowly, scanning fading footprints, the mist swallowing every step. The glove box held scattered papers, partially open, faint light illuminating them, leaving questions that no one could answer in the cold, dark forest, fog covering the ground, darkness pressing in, the quiet landscape deepening the enigma of that night. She dialed an old mobile phone, snow visible outside the window, the soft glow of light failing to illuminate the choices she had made. The snowy road disappeared into the dense forest, headlights fading, wind moving the branches, and the silence growing heavier with each step. She held a folded map, the red route line highlighted, revealing the path she planned, yet the forest ahead offered only uncertainty and shadow. An empty winter parking lot lay silent, snow drifting across asphalt, footprints leading nowhere, echoing the mystery of where she had gone. Search teams moved along the forest edge, flashlights cutting through the mist, dogs sniffing the ground, each step adding to the tense night. A red wine stain lay on a table, faintly lit, a subtle reminder of ordinary life disrupted, and choices that led to questions still unanswered. The lonely rural street stretched ahead, dim house lights flickering in the distance, snow falling silently, the night keeping its secrets intact. Inside the crashed car, airbags deployed, dashboard lights flickering, snow visible through the windows, the scene frozen in eerie stillness. Scattered personal items lay in the car and on the snowy ground, subtle footprints nearby, the evidence silent yet speaking volumes about that night. She walked along the forest path, snow crunching under her feet, fog rolling around her, each step swallowed by the vast empty wilderness. An icy stream ran through the forest at dusk, snow-covered rocks glistening, mist rising, the haunting landscape reflecting the mystery of her disappearance. Snowy roadsides stretched endlessly, faint tire tracks leading into the forest, branches swaying in the wind, tension thick in the frigid night. Police maps were marked with search areas, flashlights cutting through darkness, each detail scrutinized in hope of finding even a small clue. Partially buried footprints in the snow told a silent story, tilting up to the dense forest, a trail that seemed to vanish into nothing. A drone glided low over the snowy forest canopy, fog swirling, moonlight casting shadows, capturing the eerie stillness that held the mystery. The car's glove box sat slightly open, papers scattered inside, dashboard flickering, the quiet scene leaving questions unanswered in the cold. Hands examined documents on a wooden table, highlighted lines barely visible under the soft lamplight, building the puzzle of her sudden disappearance. Search teams trudged along the icy trail, dogs sniffing the ground, fog curling around them, the forest silent except for their cautious steps. A printed map showed a red route, camera gliding over it slowly, the highlighted path pointing toward New Hampshire, yet offering no answers. An empty rural intersection lay under falling snow, faint distant house lights barely visible, the world around quiet, as if holding its breath. Snow-covered branches swayed lightly in the wind, the forest alive yet still, each gust carrying the chilling weight of unanswered questions. Inside the car at night, dashboard lights glowed faintly, snow falling outside. The cold, tense atmosphere mirrored the uncertainty of her journey. Scattered personal items lay on snow-dusted ground, subtle footprints nearby, the silence speaking louder than any witness could. In a dimly lit room, notes were scribbled by hand, lamp casting shadows, each word adding to the story that would remain mostly unanswered. A flashlight cut through the dense snowy forest, mist swirling around it, every step forward deepening the suspense of what might be hidden. A drone rose above the winter forest, fog covering the roads below, darkness pressing in, every frame reflecting the enigma of that night. The car interior after the crash remained frozen in time, airbags deployed, dashboard flickering, snow outside window, tension thick in the air. An old newspaper clipping read, "Missing Student," the camera lingering on the headline, a stark reminder of how quickly life could vanish. Along an icy forest path, snow crunching underfoot, faint light in the distance, each step seemed swallowed by the cold and foggy night. Aerial shots revealed the snowy forest at night. Fog over the road, distant headlights fading. Silence heavy with unanswered questions. Searchers examined the abandoned car, flashlights reflecting off icy surfaces, fog thickening, the cold night amplifying every uncertainty. Aerial views showed the snowy forest at night, faint fog covering the road, distant headlights disappearing, the silence thick with unanswered questions. Scattered search reports lay on a table, pen resting nearby, soft lamplight highlighting the details investigators hoped might reveal her path. Footprints faded along the snow-covered path, wind moving the trees, fog rolling in, the forest holding every clue tightly in its quiet grasp. From a distance, the crashed car appeared motionless, headlights off, mist swirling around it, the night carrying an unsettling sense of suspense. A frozen stream ran through the forest, snow-covered rocks gleaming faintly, moonlight illuminating a landscape that hid more than it revealed. Hands pointed at possible suspects on a map, each detail lit softly, investigators trying to piece together fragments that refused to form a story. The empty rural road stretched into darkness, snow falling lightly, distant house lights flickering, leaving the night full of lingering uncertainty. Inside the car at the crash scene, airbags deployed, personal items scattered, dashboard flickering, the eerie stillness leaving more questions than answers. Footprints led into the dense forest, slowly tilting up to dark trees, faint fog curling around branches, the scene thick with silent tension. A drone moved over the snowy forest canopy at dusk, mist drifting between trees, isolated and quiet, the landscape reflecting the mystery of that night. She held a folded map, red route marked, the soft desk light highlighting her plan. Yet the snowy roads ahead offered no certainty of what would come. Snow fell over the deserted road in slow motion, wind brushing the branches, the cold night carrying every unanswered question forward silently. Searchers examined the icy forest floor, flashlights cutting through fog, dogs sniffing carefully, the silence amplifying the tension of the night. Scattered personal items lay near the crashed car, faint footprints around them, the snow capturing a story that still remained mostly untold. A forest clearing lay under dim moonlight, mist rolling slowly across the ground, the quiet emphasizing the haunting emptiness of the scene. Along the frozen riverbank, snow-covered trees glistened, camera slowly following the path, the isolation of the forest echoing the mystery. A flashlight swept the dense forest, mist curling around each step, shadows moving, the night filled with the tension of something unseen. The empty highway at night stretched endlessly, snow lightly falling, faint distant headlights barely piercing the darkness, suspense thick in the air. The snowy forest stretches into darkness, every shadow hiding questions. What do you think truly happened to Maura Murray that night? The empty road fades under falling snow, silence thick around her disappearance. Share your theory in the comments and subscribe for more.